been vocal about this long before it actually
Oh, you've been saying
participated. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated. What the goal is at that point. Because she know what Kobe means to the actual culture at the same time. Like they knew what Michael Jackson meant.
But if somebody...
I just don't know what you're trying to do when the men are dead.
I got a cat too.
Name?
Gail.
From the very first time we started our friendship, stayed up that first night and talked all night long, she has always been happier for me and everything that's ever happened to me.
It looks like 50 Cent just blew the lid off the real Gayle King, and what he allegedly revealed is sending shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond.
He's a good person. Like, what you want to do about it? Now he's gone. Who can defend him at this point? It's all public opinion.
The TV icon, once untouchable, now stands on shaky ground, with insiders claiming that CBS has had enough.
So no matter which way you look at it, I don't see what the goal is. I don't see how you can. Everyone's greater in their absence than they are in their presence, right?
Could this be the scandal that ends her reign for good? How did Gayle go from trusted journalist to headline-making controversy? And what exactly did 50 reveal that has CBS ready to show her the door? Let's dig into it. Gayle might have made a name for herself with bold interviews, but 50's claims have folks questioning just how genuine she really is. It's not just about her public persona as a trusted anchor for CBS. This is about loyalty, power, and connections in the entertainment world, and whether Gayle's silence on certain scandals means she's part of a bigger game.
We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why are y'all attacking us?
A lot of this centers around her close friendship with Oprah Winfrey, a connection that has helped shape Gayle's career. Rumors suggest Oprah isn't just a media mogul. More people each day claim she's a gatekeeper in Hollywood, with ties to major figures like Jay-Z, Diddy, and Usher. Some others are saying Gayle's silence on these celebrities' controversies isn't just a coincidence.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
When R. Kelly's scandal blew up, Gayle didn't hesitate. She sat him down for a brutally honest interview, resulting in one of the most iconic and meme-worthy moments in recent TV history. But when it comes to figures like Diddy or Jay-Z, there's nothing. Why hasn't Gayle gone after them with the same energy? That's the question on everyone's mind.
I am surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
I'm very tired of all of the lies.
When you think of the strongest BFFs in Hollywood, Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King probably top the list. They've been inseparable for decades, weathering all the highs and lows together, showing that nothing can break their bond. Some find their close friendship adorable, while others speculate if there's more to it. But how did they find each other? In 1976, Oprah was working as an anchor at a Baltimore news station when a snowstorm hit. She invited Gayle, who was a production assistant at the station, to stay at her home instead of risking the treacherous 45-minute drive to her own place. Despite not knowing each other well, Oprah was that kind of person even back then. They spent the entire night chatting and got to know each other deeply. When Gayle mentioned she didn't have any clothes with her, Oprah simply said, "You can wear mine." In the early stages of their friendship, Oprah and Gayle bonded over their quirks. In an interview with Oprah magazine, Gayle mentioned that when they met, she felt like she had finally found someone she could relate to, especially since she grew up in an all-white community. They discovered they had the same musical taste too, with Gayle being obsessed with Barry Manilow and Oprah being a fan of Neil Diamond. She said, "It's that whole being the odd girl out thing. We didn't fit into everybody else's perception of what it's like to be a black girl." Oprah's early years were filled with struggles. She was raised by her grandmother, mother, and father, moving between their homes for most of her childhood. Oprah revealed to the Washington Post that she started acting out at a young age because she craved attention and love. She felt neglected because her mother was busy working as a maid. When Oprah finally met Gayle, Gayle filled one of Oprah's biggest voids.
She is the sister everybody would want. She is the friend that everybody deserves.
After discovering her husband, William Bumpus, in bed with another woman, Gayle filed for divorce and began the journey of healing herself while preparing to raise her two children, Kirby and William Jr., as a single parent. When asked by Vanity Fair to name the person she despises the most, Gayle replied that she wasn't a huge fan of the woman she caught with her ex-husband on June 24, 1990, although she didn't remember the details. Gayle's divorce was finalized in 1993, and as the holidays approached, she faced spending New Year's Eve without her children for the first time. She called Oprah and shared her feelings. Oprah, being the supportive friend she is, wasn't about to let her bestie feel down. Just 4 hours after their phone call, Oprah showed up at Gail's doorstep with a bag full of groceries accompanied by Stedman. Stedman then whipped up some spaghetti, and they rang in the new year together, showing the true strength of their friendship and support for each other during tough times. Gail told People magazine that she was incredibly grateful to have Oprah and Stedman with her during that difficult time, and it's a memory she will cherish forever. Gail has shown that she will drop everything to be there for Oprah too. Oprah shared with People magazine that one day she was feeling really down because she had been betrayed by someone. When Gail heard the disappointment in Oprah's voice during one of their phone calls, Gail immediately hung up, told her babysitter to watch her children, and hopped on a plane from Connecticut to Oprah's home in Chicago. When Oprah opened the door and saw Gail on her doorstep, Gail simply said, "I can't stay, but I just wanted to see your face." After ensuring that Oprah was okay, Gail drank a glass of water and promptly headed back to the airport to return home to her children. So you can kind of guess how tight their friendship is. Because of this strange bond they share, a lot of people have speculated that their relationship might be more than just friendship. Oprah has even given her many lavish gifts, like a fancy house in Manhattan. Interestingly, Oprah, despite her immense wealth, can relate to the money struggles faced by black actors in Hollywood. In a Deck 19 interview with Oprah Daily alongside her bestie Gayle King, Oprah revealed that she received only $35,000 for her role as Sophia in the original The Color Purple. She emphasized that she would have taken on the role for nothing, highlighting a shared understanding of the financial challenges within the industry. That's how you know you really love something when you would do it even if nobody was paying. Fans are starting to wonder if Gail picks and chooses her targets, not based on journalistic integrity, but on who she can or can't upset. Take Diddy, for example. Over the years, Diddy's name has been linked to several troubling allegations, yet Gail hasn't said a word. No probing interview, no segment dissecting the rumors, nothing. This pattern raises eyebrows, especially since Diddy and Oprah move in the same circles. Could it be that Gail is intentionally steering clear of stories that could disrupt Oprah's relationships with these A-listers? Gayle King's deafening silence around Diddy becomes even more suspicious in light of recent events. In an explosive episode of Piers Morgan Uncensored, titled "Diddy Has Tapes on Everyone," Candace Owens versus Mark Lamont Hill, new allegations about the rap mogul's influence shook the public. With the messy, tangled web of power, silence, and secrets in Hollywood unraveling, Candace Owens didn't mince words. She suggested that Diddy has been strategically silencing people for years, hinting that the entertainment industry's elite, including figures like Gail, know far more than they let on. And yet Gail, a journalist known for her bold tell-all interviews, has remained completely mute. That silence is starting to look deliberate.
I brought up what was going on with him, and because I had read through the lawsuit, and it was just one of those things that was unavoidable because there was so much evidence. I mean, there was picture documentation, there was video documentation.
Owens's argument was sharp. Powerful men like Diddy operate with impunity because they have leverage over people. Leverage that comes in the form of dirt, secrets, and possibly even tapes. Whether that's literal or metaphorical, the implication is the same. No one wants to cross Diddy because of what he might reveal. This is where Gail's selective journalism comes into play. With a career built on calling out controversial figures like R. Kelly, her sudden retreat when it comes to someone like Diddy raises eyebrows. Where is that same energy she had when grilling Kelly to the point of a public meltdown?
And the media and the public at large is shocked by what's happening, but we really are just getting to the beginning of everything.
And it's not just Diddy. The fact that Gail never pressed figures like Jay-Z, Usher, or even Justin Bieber, all of whom have been wrapped up in rumors or scandals, suggests a larger pattern. What's really going on behind the scenes? Is Gail simply avoiding topics that would create friction with Oprah's inner circle? Or is there something deeper keeping her quiet? Some fans now speculate that Diddy's influence runs deeper than anyone thought, not just in the music industry but within the media itself. If Diddy truly has dirt on everyone, could that include media personalities like Gail?
Everyone knew that this is what he was engaged in. This was an open secret in Hollywood. In fact, when Kanye last year said that he was a Fed and started speaking about some of these allegations, he was simply dismissed as crazy.
Mark Lamont Hill's take on the episode added even more layers to the conversation. He argued that Hollywood's silence isn't always intentional. Sometimes, people don't even realize how complicit they've become until it's too late. This resonates with the speculation surrounding Gail's position. Has she stayed quiet because she's protecting her relationships and career, or is she simply so embedded within the system that she can't even see the problem anymore? It's the kind of question that makes people wonder, is Gail protecting Diddy or protecting herself? Adding fuel to the fire, Lord Jamar entered the debate with a tangent on Kamala Harris's racial identity, calling out the way optics and loyalty are weaponized in politics and media. His argument ties back to Hollywood's elite. Loyalty trumps accountability. This makes Gail's silence on Diddy even more suspicious. In the eyes of critics, her friendship with Oprah may have kept her from asking tough questions of certain figures, while her loyalty to the network or her personal brand might be preventing her from speaking up now. It's not just a story of journalism gone soft. It's about power, race, and access.
People at the upper echelons of society and politics knew about this and they were okay with it, fundamentally because he was acting a part, I very much believe what Kanye alleged.
The speculation online has exploded. Some are saying Gail is avoiding the topic because Diddy's secrets are too dangerous, and even Oprah's influence might not be enough to shield her if she steps out of line. Others believe that Gail's silence is an intentional strategy, that she's waiting for the storm to pass before saying anything. But the longer she stays quiet, the worse it looks. If Diddy's empire is really starting to crumble, those who have stayed silent might soon find themselves under fire too. And Gail, with her high-profile role and history of strategic interviews, could end up being collateral damage. This also raises questions about CBS's stance. The network might not be able to afford this kind of controversy surrounding one of their top journalists. If the public starts believing Gail's silence is part of a cover-up, CBS could move swiftly to distance themselves from her, with 50 Cent stirring the pot, and the revelations on Piers Morgan Uncensored adding new layers to the drama. The heat is on Gail, and it's becoming harder to ignore.
It never happens on your time, like when you think you're ready, like it's supposed to happen. It always happens when it's supposed to happen.
The optics are terrible. A journalist who built her career on asking uncomfortable questions is now completely silent when it matters most. And the fact that 50 Cent is openly calling her out isn't just a celebrity feud. It's a sign that the tide is turning. If Gail doesn't respond soon, her credibility could be gone for good. In the ruthless world of media, your reputation is everything, and Gail's is now hanging by a thread. This isn't just idle gossip. It's become the foundation for some serious fan speculation. Theories are flying online, suggesting that Gail's reporting is more about protecting relationships than uncovering the truth. Some say her friendship with Oprah is more than just a personal bond. It's a business alliance. If Gail exposed dirt on the wrong person, it could disrupt Oprah's empire and cost both of them influence in the industry. And in a world where power is everything, staying in the good graces of the elite might be more valuable than any headline.
Every time she made a mention to hip-hop culture, it was something that was wrong with it. And it was something that was on my CD that was the largest debut in hip-hop album.
That's where 50 Cent's accusations come in hot. He's not just calling out Gail for being silent, he's implying that her silence is deliberate. According to 50, Gail has made a career out of targeting easy or already fallen figures like R. Kelly, while ignoring those with powerful connections. And if that's true, it means her entire image as a fearless journalist could be a sham. This isn't just about a few missed interviews, it's about trust. If the public starts to believe that Gail's reporting is compromised, her career as a respected journalist could unravel fast. And what's even more suspicious is her being silent on her friend Oprah's secrets as well. Seems like she is protecting her, maybe because where she is right now is all because of Oprah. Social media commentary and theories surrounding the payment disparities and dedication of the cast have likely prompted discussions within the media sphere. Taraji's team, or the significant PR machinery associated with The Color Purple, might have become aware of the shifting narrative surrounding the film. Consequently, they may have encouraged Taraji to address the matter publicly, leading to her statement on the issue.
Notice how Oprah treats everybody during this press conference. Taraji is first, right? Now look at her eyes. She looks down when she's talking about the movie. She wasn't excited about it.
Not only this, Oprah has been hit with serious charges of tea and enabling from well-known investors like Jeffrey Epstein, the ex-offender, and Harvey Weinstein. It all started when he went unfavorably viral in 2021 for an unearthed 2003 interview with Dolly Parton in which Winfrey asked her pointed questions about her plastic surgery. That moment prompted actress Rose McGowan, one of the progenitors of the #MeToo movement, to come at her neck in a now-deleted tweet. Rose McGowan has raised concerns about Oprah Winfrey's connections, citing highlighting her relationship with disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein and her withdrawal as a producer from a documentary highlighting Russell Simmons' essay accusers. In a tweet, McGowan expressed her skepticism about Oprah's authenticity, accusing her of being part of a problematic power structure for personal gain. McGowan stated, "I am glad more are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't. From being pals with Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come." #Lizard. Oprah's association with Weinstein has been a source of controversy for years. In 2018, singer Seal accused Oprah of being aware of Weinstein's misconduct and not taking any action. Seal wrote in a deleted post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right. You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially young starry-eyed actresses who in turn had no idea what they were getting into. My bad. When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." During the height of the #MeToo movement, Oprah positioned herself as a major champion and advocate, speaking out against numerous particular activities in the industry. However, some critics have pointed out her association with Harvey Weinstein, the Hollywood producer who faced numerous SM allegations. Despite her support for the #MeToo movement, Oprah's connections with Weinstein have raised questions and criticism from some quarters.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
According to multiple reports, it has been revealed that many prominent figures in Hollywood were aware of Harvey Weinstein's actions and the way he mistreated women. Despite this knowledge, his behavior was tolerated and even enabled by some in the industry. Oprah Winfrey is allegedly one of the major personalities who had connections with Weinstein and was part of the Hollywood circle where information about his misconduct was known.
When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment.
Now for Gayle, CBS is in a tricky spot. The network has invested heavily in Gayle's brand, promoting her as one of the leading faces of their news division. But with these rumors gaining traction, CBS might be forced to rethink their relationship with her. Networks aren't exactly known for standing by anchors when things get messy. If they believe Gayle's involvement in this controversy could hurt their reputation, they could quietly push her out the door. This wouldn't be the first time a high-profile journalist has been let go to avoid further distractions. Some sources are even suggesting that CBS is already having internal discussions about Gayle's future. The network has been known to cut ties quickly when scandals arise, and right now, Gayle is starting to look more like a liability than an asset. Whether they frame it as a mutual decision or say she's moving on to pursue other opportunities, the message would be clear. Gayle's time at CBS is up. One person wrote, "Who is she to talk for all black people? She stand right behind Oprah, and her bullcrap Snoop was not wrong. Gayle was wrong to even fix her mouth to speak on that man and not have him to speak for himself. His pass is his pass, not yours to disrespect or for you to tarnish." Another one added, "Oprah and Gayle are insensitive. Respect to MJ and KB." Of course, there's always the question of Oprah's involvement. Oprah has stood by Gayle through thick and thin, using her considerable influence to shield her friend from criticism. But this time things feel different. If the backlash keeps growing, even Oprah might not be able to save Gayle. Some fans believe Oprah could be advising Gayle to stay quiet and let the storm pass, but others think Oprah might be working behind the scenes to control the narrative, trying to make sure the story fades away before it causes any real damage. However, the longer Gayle stays silent, the worse it looks. So what's Gayle's next move? Does she come forward and address the rumors head-on, or does she keep quiet and hope it all blows over? Right now, it's a gamble either way. If she speaks out, she risks drawing even more attention to the controversy. But if she stays silent, people will assume 50 Cent was right all along. And once the public turns on you, it's almost impossible to recover. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.